Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection, where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice. This is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. It is your morning host, DJ Kitty, here with my girl, my little sister, Miss Morningstar, and we are from Our Plugs, the community connection. And today we have a great show for everyone. I'm quite sure you will all enjoy it. There's takeaways that you can get from everyone. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I want to say good evening to our family and friends on TikTok, YT, IG, and FB. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. We do this because we love to do it. We do this because we want to connect with our community. And we are doing this to make sure that the people that we put in office, they're here to serve us, not their pockets. I can't reiterate that enough. Serving people, not their pockets. Okay, so before we get started, I say it every day, every show. Drink your 16 ounces of water. Please drink your water. Take your morning medication. Get you some vitamins. Vitamins do you well. Get you a great breakfast and come on in and get ready for this awesome broadcast. We also have our brother, Viper Vet. And y'all know when Viper Vet comes in, he's going to bring some stories that may make us laugh, make us cry, or make us want to curse. But we don't. We hold it in. You know me, I'll grab my fan, but I just can't pop it because of noise. But y'all know I have to cool myself off because some of these stories that we're witnessing and listening to nowadays will have us in a chokehold. Okay, let's just be honest. All right, so again, I told you guys that I wanted to continue with my Black History facts, and I wanted to make sure that we recognize trailblazers that have come and gone throughout the years. So I have political and social trailblazers that I would like to highlight this morning in remembrance and celebration of Black History Month. So I'm going to start with Shirley Chisholm. Shirley Chisholm was the first Black woman elected to Congress and the first Black candidate for a major party's presidential nomination in 1972. I was 2 years old. Oh, wow. George Edwin Taylor, he ran for president in 1904, predating more widely recognized Black political candidates. Claudette Colvin, at age 15, challenged bus segregation before Rosa Parks and was a plaintiff in the landmark Browder versus Gale case. And lastly, Fannie Lou Hamer co-founded the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party and fought for voting rights during Freedom Summer, facing violence and arrest. All four of these beautiful individuals set the trail. They made it possible for us to be able to talk about politics to this very day. If it weren't for them, God only knows where we would be. So that just tells me that everything that we're doing now has to be done, just like what they did had to be done. So I want you guys to think about how you can help in your community, how you can stay on top of politics, which is very important, and stand on top of your community, making sure that your community has what it needs. All right, that is my spill. I'm going to turn it over to my little sister, the queen of affirmations, Mrs. Morningstar, Good morning, Miss Morningstar. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Hey, everybody. I am wonderful. I hope everybody is having a great morning. Like Kitty said, drink the water, took your vitamins, got you some OJ, ready to go, ready to hit the Monday or hit the streets Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday,
Hit
or
the
I'm gonna
Tuesday.
call it Tasty Taco Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, tasty Taco Tuesday streets. Yes.
Yes.
As we continue to celebrate the our favorite holiday, our favorite month, which is Black History Month. Kitty just led with some real good fun facts regarding our Black history, but I always like to get into some affirmations that celebrate Black History Month. Just a bunch of quotes from Black pioneers, old and new, to help you get through some of your days a little bit easier. Just knowing that they have some inspirational things to share with us and some things that will keep us motivated and positive through our life. So, like I always tell you, it's not just the month of February. We are 365 days black, 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 black. And we love it. We black and we proud. So we gonna speak
24/7.
we gonna speak on it. Yeah, I wouldn't change it for nothing.
Mm-mm.
So let's get into it. So I'm gonna do a few quotes that are a little lengthy, but then I'll do some that are short and sweet. So this one says, challenges make you discover things about yourself that you never really knew. They're what makes the instrument stretch, what makes you go beyond the norm. Cicely Tyson. When I dare to be powerful, I use my strength in the service of my vision. Then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid. Audra Lorde. Freeing yourself is one thing, claiming ownership of the freed self is another. Toni Morrison. I don't think that loving yourself is a choice. I think it is a decision that has to be made for survival. Beautiful Lizzo. Not everything that's faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. James Baldwin. I don't have any time to stay up all night worrying about someone who doesn't love me. Who doesn't love me has to say about me. Viola Davis. That's the facts. Don't be up all night worried about people, y'all. You got to learn to leave the table when love no longer serves you. Nina Simone. I am women. Even if it makes others uncomfortable, I will love who I am. Janelle Monáe. She's a singer. I'm dripping in melanin and honey. I'm black without apology. Apel Shalisa. The black skin is not a bandage of shame, but rather a glorious symbol of national greatness. Marcus Garvey. Own your magic, walk in your purpose, and rock your truth. Beverly Bond. And we'll do this last one here. These hips have never been enslaved. They go wherever they want to go. They do what they want to do. These hips are mighty hips. These hips are magic hips. Lucille Clifton. So y'all, the key into that last one is do what you want to do and be great at it.
Okay, I love that. These hips are going look. These hips are gonna make it do what it do, baby.
These hips gonna do what they do anyway, so you might as well follow lead, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Miss Morningstar, for some great affirmations on this Taco Tuesday out there in Holly Springs. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into this weather. I'm loving this warm weather in the southern states, even though it is wintertime. Holly Springs today, you have a high of 69, a low of 46. Feels like temperature 68 during the day, 61 at night, with a 23% chance of rain. Winds are out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. You have cloudy conditions today. Humidity is high during the day and very high at night. Air quality is good. Memphis, Tennessee, you have a high today of 69, a low of 45. Feels like temperature 68 during the day, 53 at night, with a 24% chance of rain. Winds are out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy conditions all day long. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night, and air quality is good. All right, Hot Houston, come on through. Today we have a high of 76. That's beautiful weather. A low of 63. Feels like 75 during the day, 64 at night, with a 15% chance of rain. We have cloudy conditions today. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night, and air quality is good. And that is our weather in our three cities that we report on. I know that the East Coast is still experiencing some snow. I am sending you warm wishes to all of those who are suffering still with the chill. I'm sorry, y'all. Move to Texas is all I can tell you. Come on, hold on. Not too many, because the roads, the freeways, traffic is already bad. So I don't know. Let's play it by ear. Let's play it by ear. If we can maybe get some freeways completed, maybe you can move to Texas. But it's a stretch. I don't know. I don't know. But that is your weather. So let's go ahead and move on over to some news that you can use. Oh my goodness, so much has happened today. Because we have a representative joining us in a few minutes, Maura Keller from the 3rd District. She's running for office in Georgia, 3rd District. I wanted to talk about what's going on in Fulton County. Designed to intimidate, Fulton County official decries FBI raid in court filing. Of course, we're going to take it to court. Of course. That's what we should do. It was a raid as shocking as it was extraordinary. Last month, the FBI entered the main election operations center of Fulton County, Georgia, and seized records, including ballots from the 2020 presidential vote. Now, what are they going to do with those records is my question. Why do you need those records? Why did Doge have to, why do they why did they take our voter roll? It's not like, right now, the man with the black hands is asking for those voter rolls in different states, but they've already got it. Doge already took our, they've got all of our information. So what's the purpose of them doing this? Could it be a distraction? Could it be a distraction, Miss Morningstar?
I think so. I mean, midterms are coming. There is basically, we know that we are getting ready to flip the Senate, the House and the Senate, possibly the Senate. I believe we could do both.
I think we can.
I think we will accomplish it. And what do Decepticons do? They lie, steal, and cheat.
Yeah.
And that is exactly the motive. Also to distract us from important things like why your name is 58,000 times.
48, 58.
48,000, whatever.
Too many times
Too
in the
many
E5.
times in the E-files.
Why?
Who are you protecting? Why are you acting like we're just moving on with life when it hasn't been rectified? I mean, things like that, just to throw us off,
Yeah.
As if we don't know what's going to happen, what's happening.
I mean, same with that, him reposting that picture of the Obamas. It is a distraction. Let me talk to my brothers and sisters out there. We have been called worse by better people. We've been called everything but the Son of God by many racist people. There is nothing that anyone can ever call us that's going to shock us. We've been called this all our lives. It bothers you. It bothers the racists more because they want to see if they got a gotcha moment. It bothers them more than it bothers us. It bothers them more saying it than it bothers us hearing it because we've heard it. Now, our children, on the other hand, they're growing up in a whole different world. They are friends with all nationalities, and they're having a hard time understanding why their parents are so cruel. Well, You know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's 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 passed on. So hopefully these children will take a stand and say, I'm not going to be like that. Children decide if they see their parents with an addiction, whether it's alcohol or drug, whatever that addiction may be, they have a choice on whether or not they will pick up that same crutch, that same ugliness. Same with racism. So while these people are spewing the ugliest words possible to try and hurt people who've done nothing to them, their children are watching.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck to y'all.
They sure
Good
are.
luck.
That's a
Your
good point.
children are watching.
That's a really good point, because they are watching. They watch the social media sites and networks more than we do. So they see the ugliness that is being, and people cheering those kind of disgusting images, and just agreeing with it, period. We do know that they have called us these names for, and still do to this day.
To this day.
And again, it was distasteful, it was disrespectful. We know he did it purposefully. It is nothing that
Distraction.
anybody can say to try to make it or act like it wasn't offensive. It was, but again, a distraction.
A distraction.
To the truth.
Where those files at, buddy?
We
the
got them files at. Let's start prosecuting some folks. Let's get some people.
We got yes.
Unredact those predator names. Stop. Why are their names redacted? I mean,
why isn't anybody being arrested?
Yeah.
I want to hear what the Clintons have to say. You know, they said so much about how Bill Clinton was in there, and we need to hear from him. And Bill and Hillary said, okay, come on, let's go talk. But we're not talking in private.
Do it in front of everybody.
In front of everybody. And now he's, Bill's my friend. He doesn't need to go through that. Oh, no, sir. No backsies. No. Bill, if you're listening, Bill, Hillary, girl, if y'all listening, DJ Kitty said, go on, spill tea. Spill.
So childlike. No, we're friends.
We're friends.
We're friends.
We're friends, right? I don't need to, because it's gonna be embarrassing. No, embarrassing, Bill. Embarrassing. We are ready, Bill. I got my cup, and I'm ready to let's rock and roll. Spill tea, because I need to hear it all. Yeah. And after we hear it all, we need some charges brought up, okay? Because if y'all can charge Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, as they should, R. Kelly, P. Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, all of these disgusting people who have done disgusting things, why are we letting, what is his name? Frumpy, I can't stand to say his name. The man with the black hands, okay? Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. Him, why, Epstein, he done checked up on out of here. How he did it, I don't know. I got an article about it, but I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but God sees it all, so I don't really have to say it. How about Bill Gates, Elonia, come on through, Steve Bannon, Lindsey Graham, where y'all at? We would like to hear from y'all. Jim Jordan, don't get quiet now. Don't get quiet now. Y'all had all that to say about the Clintons, but now y'all quiet. Typical. But yeah, I will never understand. I do understand why, but it's so simple-minded. Why you want to go into Fulton County? You want a spectacle to take our eyes off the fact that you touched little girls and little boys because you're nasty. Ew. Anyway, anyhow, all right, because I feel my blood pressure going up. Did you hear, Miss Morningstar, that the DOJ is asking to dismiss Steve Bannon's criminal charges? Whoo! Pigpen already told everybody that he's going to jail. If they win, if we lose the midterms, people are going to prison.
I'm going to jail, and a lot of y'all in this room is too. That's what his words were.
That's what he said.
I'm not surprised. I mean, he always tried to get his buddies out of trouble. I mean,
Yeah,
if he could have gotten everybody out of trouble in Fulton County, he would have. But it was a state charge, so he can't do anything about state charges, even though he put a big front up like, yeah, pardon or whatever he said, all the names, but they didn't have federal crime starters. Them state charges are sticking. But he might not know the difference. I don't know.
He doesn't know that man got dementia. He doesn't know.
He's not very bright.
But
yeah, I'm not surprised with Steve Bannon.
I'm not either.
He's a POS, so he has no problem letting you know how much of a POS he is. He has no problem letting you know he's racist. I mean, he doesn't care.
He does not care. Yeah. U.S. Attorney for D.C. Janine Pirro wrote Monday that the government has determined in
was she drunk?
Probably discretion that dismissal of this criminal case is in the interest of justice. It's in the interest of Steve Bannon. No justice. Please don't say justice. Justice is just us. Stop. Leave justice out of this, okay?
They're hitting us with a violation on TikTok. I don't know why, but we're going to keep talking.
We're going to keep talking.
We're going to keep talking. They restricted the live. Y'all keep tapping the screen.
They just took us off FYP.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Just keep tapping. Let's get our numbers up. I heard we can trick the algorithm and get our numbers back going.
Yeah. Anywho, back to what we were saying, TikTok. Yeah, they want to dismiss this indictment, but like I said, when we take the midterms, it's going to be a whole new ball game. Let's take a quick commercial break, Miss Morningstar, and then we'll come back and I'll go ahead and turn the floor over to you.
Okay.
You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingandTrainingServices.com.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership Apparel is more than clothing. It's a movement. Our comfortable, confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership Apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out morningstarboutiquebytam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You're listening to Our Plugs, a community connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. I'm going to go ahead and turn the floor over to Miss Morningstar. What do you have for us today, Miss Morningstar? Come off mute.
So thank you. The crybaby president again goes on a rant. So he is now attacking our U.S. Olympic winter sports snowboarders because they simply don't agree with the way the United States, and ICE, how they're treating the people of the United States and how ICE are handling the deportation. They just don't agree with it, and they're allowed to voice their opinion. A young man by the name of Hunter Hess, he competed in the Snowmass men's free ski, and he just simply said, just because I'm wearing the flag doesn't mean I represent everything that's going on in the United States. They don't have a right to freedom of speech, Trump. So he goes on his live social network and he says, like a kid he is. Now, this is an 80-year-old man. I'm just going to say he's 80. If Hess doesn't want to represent the United States, he shouldn't have tried out for the team. Sir, everybody doesn't like what you do or what you represent. People are allowed to disagree with you. Yeah, I know you don't believe that in his world, but yeah. And then he proceeded to say, it's too bad he's on it. I guess too bad he's on the team. Very hard to root for someone like this. Then he puts in capitals, make America great. This is a child, guys.
He's such a crybaby.
He's such a child. This young man could be his great grandkid, okay? This is a kid.
Melangerie, can you please go change his nappy? Change his diaper, please.
He cranky.
He's a little cranky, isn't he?
Put him a bottle on and warm it up.
Yes. Maybe give him some talcum powder. It sounds like he has a diaper rash.
Yeah. Or you put what you call it? For your stomach problem, because you got stomach issues.
No, he don't need nothing. Just let him deal with it the best way he's been dealing with it. But Melangerie,
that's for her pleasure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, change his diaper, please.
I'm just tired of him being such a bully all the time.
Just a crybaby.
All he know how to do is cry, and his supporters swear it be us.
No, you know what I've noticed though, Miss Morningstar. Speaking of crying, I have seen so many MAGAs all over social media upset and saying, "This is it. I'm not dealing with them anymore." So the children being touched, wasn't it? The prices, tariffs, wasn't it?
It's funny to see what their at all end is. It's like, wait a minute, all that other stuff. He was blowing up boats and all that. None of that made you that didn't make you not sleep good at night, knowing that this is what the United States is doing, and all our allies are turning their backs to
thank you
and leaving us isolated. Like, that don't bother you?
No, but now I was scrolling and I saw, I don't know how it got on my algorithm because I don't talk to MAGA, but and I just clicked on the link and I started, of course I didn't go in there because I don't want my algorithm. I need to change my algorithm. I got to start looking at some other videos. But I was looking at all these posts from MAGA people that are just good. It's finally, you finally woke up. Now go and vote right. Okay. voting for Republicans will keep us in the same position. Every last one of them. None of them are to be trusted. Not a one.
Brainwash. That's exactly
Yes.
what they are, brainwash. And the last story I had from yesterday was the convicted sex trafficker, Ghislaine Maxwell, did exactly what everybody knew she was going to do. Got up there and pled the fifth.
Pled the fifth.
The only time she says she'll talk is if she can get a pardon, basically, from Trump. And then she will say, he did nothing wrong. She'll as long as if she's able to do that and say, clear his name, and she's provided a part. I mean, she's sick. She's a sick woman.
Nobody's gonna believe her anyway.
Yeah. She's a sick woman who needs to remain in prison. First of all, she needs to be sent back to the correct facility. Okay, because she's at a vacation spot.
Thank you.
Now she needs to be sent back to the correct facility and serve her time for her disgusting deeds. And she still has. How unempathetic do you have to be that you can sit there rotting in jail and still not have any kind of empathetic emotion for the pain you caused all those young ladies?
Doesn't care.
How disgusting do you have to be as a human?
Doesn't care.
That is the epitome of disgusting women. And all those women that's in the Epstein files that were part of this too, because there were some women too that participated in this. Disgusting, despicable human beings. All of them need to be exposed.
All of them. I don't care what party you're in.
And lingerie, if you in there too, because
yes,
we know you was a working girl or something was going on. I'm just allegedly.
Dropping it low and spreading it wide, lingerie.
No, Epstein quite well.
Ain't that who introduced her to Frumpy?
Yeah. The man with the dead hand. So
black is cold.
Yeah, she's compliant to everything that's happening. So she gets no pass.
None. But everybody's passing on that movie. That I'm not even gonna call it a movie. Okay, that's not a movie. That was a insult to people's intelligence.
Yeah,
that's what that was. That was money laundering in real time. Allegedly TikTok. I know how you acting tonight. You acting real funny right about now. But allegedly. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't even want to even talk about it. They don't look. Y'all seen it. Y'all see. Look, standing room only, kind of like Kid Rock in the Super Bowl in that mess. Baby, did you see the videos, Miss Morningstar? Kid Rock probably had. It was. I think they had the dancers out there. The people that was turning on the lights. It was probably 30 people standing there. Some people with cameras. All the seats were empty.
They need to do. And I'm serious. I remember that show Intervention. Somebody need to go ahead and pull Chris Rock to the side because something ain't right. He's a PD3 as well. You heard that song he has out?
Nasty.
Disgusting.
Nasty.
But they love the kids, right? I know they love the kids. Not in the way we love children, but in an inappropriate way. Mm-hmm. But they okay those lyrics. It's okay to have those, but you go off when you see a beautiful black, college-educated, intelligent woman by the name of Megan Thee Stallion get on stage and do what she do best while being classy at the same time because she's educated. Yeah. Yeah. But you had so much to say about that, but Kid Rock, and he says these disgusting things about 17-year-old girls.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
17-year-old are still children, Kid Rock, in case you didn't know. These are still children. Let's go ahead and bring up Maura.
Yeah, let's get Maura on the stage.
Yes.
Welcome
in, Maura. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you for the invite.
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself so the listening audience can find out a little bit about you.
So my name is Maura Keller, and I am running for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. I am a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel. I did 26 years. And After that, I did projects and studies for about 12 years for the Undersecretary of Defense and the Chief of the Army Reserve. Then I became a nuclear medicine technologist and was working at various hospitals. And my last hospital was the Atlanta VA. And that was the catalyst that made me decide to run for Congress.
That is amazing. And number one, thank you for your service. Truly, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
You know, I love the fact that you continue to be a help and an in service even after you left the military. What motivated you to run for office in North Georgia District 3, and what personal experience most shaped your approach to leadership?
I think what it was, well, at the VA, and again, those of us that have been in the military, whether we be enlisted or officer, you know, when we see issues or problems, we just don't let that happen. We find solutions and we find ways to make it better. And when I would bring it to the leadership, it was just falling on dead ears. And it's like, that's not acceptable. I don't accept that. And after a couple of years of this going on, it's like, I can't continue to do this. And so I decided to run for Congress. You know, for when I would do my patients, when I would be done, and during that time, I would make a rapport with them and they would tell me some of the issues that they were experiencing. And so I would work their issues. And then when I would fix certain things, it would be, you know what, for everyone that I'm helping, I know there's another 50 or 100 just like you out there. And I said, nah, there's got to be a better way. So Congress was the one to make me run. As for leadership, as a female, when I joined in 1978, I was one of the first groups to go through co-ed. So they kind of still didn't know what to do with us when they were mingling with us. So I came in when I was 17. And I am someone that don't tell me no, and unless you have a good reason. I'm that person that's like, but why? But why? And when I went to my first duty station, I was a military policewoman, and they told us all the things we could not do because we were females. We couldn't work together. We couldn't work alone. We couldn't be in patrol cars together. It was just all these things because they didn't think women could do the job. And so when I had to work by myself one night, I said, you know what? I can't, because the rule says I can't work alone. And, you know, the next day I got my counseling statement, but they changed it because when they really thought about it, it's like, really, why can't a woman work alone? Or why can't two women work together? So as a 17-year-old, I was trying to make change. And I got to say, though, as I went from enlisted to officer, we didn't have mentors. So the men did. They were told, these are the schools you got to go to. These are the trainings you got to go to and the positions. But for us, we didn't have that. And I got to say to my Vietnam vets, I am so grateful to them because they took me under their wing and they gave me 2 bits of information that have been what I have used for my entire life up until now. And those 2 bits of information was, number 1, never forget where you came from. And number 2, always remember that the decisions you make or don't make are going to affect those soldiers in the field. That was all. And that has been what I always put my, applications through. So whether I'm working my patients, how is that going to affect them? You know, and how will that affect my soldiers? And now it's like, how will that affect the people of my district?
That is amazing. And that's a good answer. And that it's to just think that 1978, they didn't want you to actually be by, you couldn't work by yourself, as if we're women. We can do pretty much everything.
Yeah.
We can do pretty much everything. But back then, the misogyny was so in your face. And the mere fact that you didn't have a mentor. So they were gatekeeping. So you wouldn't know how to get to that next level. Well, I am so glad that you figured it out, Maura. Miss Morningstar, did you want to go to the next question?
Yes, and we actually, as Powerful Black Women stated, we actually do it better. So
Absolutely.
they were missing a gym when they kept trying to shut you down. But anyhow. So question number 2. So District 3 includes diverse communities with different challenges. What do you see as the top 3 issues facing the district, and how do you plan to address them?
You know what? It's pretty much the same things that were from last year. And affordability kept coming up. And, remember during COVID, so many of those equity firms came in and they were buying up housing. And, people from all ages, whether they're just trying to get out of their parents' home and they're looking for a place to, to stay, they can't afford the rent. Or you have your seniors that are like, hey, I don't need to live in this home anymore. It's too big. I want to downsize. There's nothing for them to downsize to. So affordability housing is extremely important. Now, because I also have a lot of rural areas, healthcare was the other thing. I've got hospitals that could potentially close in the rural areas. For women's reproductive rights, I have deserts that have no OBGYNs. I think I have 6 out of my 15 counties, 6 of them have it. The remainder don't. So that means you have to travel to go find an OBGYN. We have because of Georgia has the heartbeat bill. So we have a lot of doctors that don't want to practice here because they don't want to lose their license if they feel like an AB had to be performed for the mother. So that was a big thing. Of course, my veterans, got to take care of them. But there's a new thing that just popped up, and that's the data centers. And they are popping up everywhere in my district. And this is a nonpartisan issue. So I've been showing up at all these commissioning and zoning meetings, and these people do not want them in their backyards.
I can't blame them. I mean, you're taking resources from those communities. Number one, you have to cool those data centers. So you're going to use the water. You're going to use the amount of water needed to keep those data centers cooled is ridiculous. And so that's going to put a strain on the community. Their prices will go up, skyrocket, along with the electricity. People don't think about that. AI is a new wave. However, that a little picture that you may generate through AI takes up so many resources to generate, and that pool, it has to come from somewhere. And who's paying the price? The community. And they're not thinking about that. All they care about is the money. Plain and simple. And if you look at who's over all of these data centers outside of Elonia, and what's the man that's over Facebook? What's his name? Zuckerberg,
right?
With that horrible toupee. They are, I talk anyway. They are really and truly, they don't care about this planet. They don't care what's going to affect this planet. There's a data center Elonia has in Memphis. I call Elonia just in case. And what's her name? Melania. We call her Melangerie.
Melangerie.
Yeah. So that data center in Memphis, people are breathing in God knows what. God knows what. And even when I do the weather, and I look at I always look at the air quality. And only one time in the past 6 months, I saw that it was harmful. Only once. And I know so I trust it as far as I can see it, and you take with that as you will. I just feel for those who aren't in the position to actually get up and move. And they put them in low income places because people, what they don't care. You know, they're low income.
And with this administration, they have repealed so many of the requirements that they have to go through. So if they have to do some kind of environmental study, maybe they don't have to do all the parts and pieces that could come with it. Farmland is cheap. And the people that live around there, if they decide to give them money, that's more money than they would ever necessarily ever receive. And so to them, they don't have a problem taking it. And the data centers are really getting such a great deal. Now, the other thing, when I go to some of these meetings and I get to talk to the owners, and I'll say, well, who's coming in? And a lot of times they're just building. They are empty shells. They are waiting to find people that need data centers so they can, become tenants or occupants. But there's one that was being built in Coweta, and I was just at a meeting, and this is huge. And I said, who are the tenants? And they're like, we don't have any yet.
So they're just breaking ground just to break ground, just in anticipation.
That's it. You build it and they will come. That's the attitude that I feel like they have.
That's definitely the way they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
We build it and his rich friends will come,
The thing about
the first dibs at the contracts or whatever, the money.
The money. But right now, AI has taken all of those rich elites who have their money tied up in AI. They're taking a beating right now because it's not, they spent all that money to generate this quote unquote, you build it, they'll come. And they're taking a beating right now. Let's go ahead and go to the next question. Affordable housing and economic stability are growing concerns in North Georgia. What policies or initiatives will you champion to support working families and local small businesses?
Oh, well, I'm big with the unions. Like last year I was endorsed with the AFL-CIO, and once a month I attend the union meetings to find out, what is it that we can bring into our areas? Because, when NAFTA was here and they left, nothing ever came back. You just have these huge buildings that are now overgrown. And I want to be able to look at what we can bring back into the community to thrive. And, when they keep talking about the data centers, that's not going to help a community thrive. You need where people want to stay and where they don't have to travel so far and be on the road all the time to go to a good paying job. So being able to find that, and again, my God, it's been 16 years since we have increased the minimum wage, and Georgia hasn't even touched theirs, which is $5.15. Come on.
How much?
That shouldn't even be legal.
$5.15 is Georgia. That's the state rate. But of course, federal is $7.25, so that's what you're going to get paid by. But and they would always say, well, businesses are going to they'll go under, they're going to have to let people go if we increase. But last year, over 20 states increased their minimum wage, $14, $15, $17. And they've got, and I don't hear businesses going out of business. So we've got to do a better job by paying, because we also have, I have huge areas out of my 15 counties that are at or below the poverty level. 18, 22, 26% of the people of those counties. That's criminal. And then you have the Republican Party that looks at them like, man, grab yourself by your bootstraps. And if you just went to school, if you worked hard and all this other stuff, you got to give them good paying jobs. You got to give them a livable wage.
Even if they were to go to school, how are they going to pay those loans back with $5.50?
Make it make sense.
What are we doing?
And they steady collecting while these people are nickel and diming it, and then you taking away resources from them, and you're making it harder for them to live. Like you said, no, the hospitals and, you know, people having to travel to get to the OBGYN and things. I mean, you're not making life no easier for these people.
No,
It's disgusting.
and that's the thing is, you know, when you've got the rural areas, they are just forgotten. And I noticed that last year when I ran is they are very complacent about coming out to vote because they really truly believe it doesn't matter. You're going to do what you want to do. You're not going to listen to us. And that's what I had to fight all last year. And you know, and I'm still fighting that feeling.
Maura, are they getting the message? Because that's the thing, you know, they will be this poverty stricken, but then they will turn around and vote for their opposite.
Yeah, they're only listening to what they wish to listen to. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you got rid of PBS, you're getting rid of the NPR, and that's what a lot of the rural areas had listened to. So it's like, what do they have? You know, for me to get my message out is extremely hard. I mean, I see what you go through when you're on TT here, and they'll put, strikes against you, and you can't get your voice. So when I was getting my voice out, all of a sudden now there's a stranglehold. When I look at all my social media, it's not having that reach that it used to have. Regular media does not cover us in order for me to get my voice out. So we have to kind of think outside the box so these people know I'm here, I'm running, and I'm here to help you.
I'm glad that you said that.
You want to go to the next question?
We need to take a commercial break.
Oh, we need to take a break.
Quick.
Okay.
Let's take this break and then we'll come back. We'll ask a couple questions, and we want to make sure that people know how to find you. I may not be in Georgia, but I definitely want to donate and help you. We have to think about what can we do, you know, because you're right. Social media is holding all of us hostage, and mainstream media doesn't even know about the little guy, but they pump up these, you know, well-known Republicans who keep stripping us and draining us to the bone. Anywho, let's go to commercial. You are listening to Our Plugs, a community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We will be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
Do you relate to the phrase, "Don't let the pretty face fool you"? That's the motto behind our Pretty Gangster hoodie. I myself am not a people person, so we have a hoodie for that too. Our hoodies do the talking, so you don't have to. Want someone to read your hoodie and think, "Yep, I feel the exact same way"? Or do you want to teach someone how to pray and thank God? Then head on over to our sassy black and white hoodie collection located in our TikTok shop and order yours today.
Find us at Sparkle Kicks on Etsy, TikTok, and ourplugs.com.
Hello, my name is Keith Young. I'm the founder of Young Helping Hands, headquartered in Detroit, Michigan. Young Helping Hands is a business created to help seniors in our community. We help seniors in all areas, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, in efforts to enhance their overall health and wellness. To learn more about Young Helping Hands, please visit our website, www.young-helping-hands.com. You can also reach out to us via email, younghelpinghands1@gmail.com. Lastly, you can visit us on Our Plugs podcast, January 29th, 2026.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out morningstarboutiquebytam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. So we have a couple more questions we wanted to get into. Let's start with education is a priority for many families in District 3. What changes or improvements do you believe are needed to ensure students and teachers have what they need to succeed?
Oh, everything comes down to money. It really does. You know, our public schools are not necessarily funded to the levels that they need to, number one. Number two, our teachers are still not paid what they should deserve. You know, we had in Georgia, they were going to give teachers a $10,000 bonus if they would carry pew-pews.
Carry what?
Pew-pew.
You mean to tell me they are going to give teachers, they are going to allow teachers to carry weapons into class and give them $10,000?
Yep. That was one of the things that they were offering them. Yes. Not more pay, you know, and so that's what they were going to offer them.
You know, I get, it stumps me at times. I'm stumped. I don't even know what to say.
You know, they were trying to give teachers a, you know, granted, this is state level, but they were trying to, there was a legislation that they wanted to be able to give them, you know, discounts or tax savings because they have to, you know, do their own classrooms. And that did not pass. But what did pass was for our hunters and stuff like that, what they need, they would get a tax savings holiday. Hunters or teachers.
You know, our priorities are messed up. Go ahead.
No, what you just said, that's it. Now we have school vouchers, so parents can pick their school. And, you know, and when you look at charter schools or those private schools, when the families go to those, they usually come with some income. So if the school is missing something, the parents can pay for it. But in a public school, parents might be living paycheck to paycheck. And if the school needs something, they don't have that extra money to help the schools out. And, you know, again, one of the things I had talked about the other day with somebody was my concern, because we see what's happening with the Department of Education. We see what they're allowing schools to teach or not teach if they receive certain funding. So if you're looking at private school, public school, religious school, when they all graduate, I'm fearful they're going to have different thought processes and different beliefs. And to them, that is their truth and that is their reality. So how do they talk to each other when they feel very strongly of what they learned? You know, when we don't teach history, that is huge for me, is when we don't teach what we should have lessons learned. And here it is, we are repeating it. So anyways, that's a big concern with me when it comes to the education.
And that's their goal too. That's their goal. Their goal is to do the confusion and have one sector of children learning one way and another group not caring, you know, what they learn. So that's the plan. Yeah,
Mhm.
it definitely
That
has to.
prison to pipeline, that prison school to prison pipeline is
Yeah.
it's their goal, you know. Um,
I'll go to the next. Oh,
how can how can people reach out to you? How can people get in touch with you, Maura? And when is your primary? Do
So
you have?
my primary will be May 19th. Early voting in Georgia will start on April 10th. And the way to get to me is at my website. It's maurakeller.com. And you can donate there through Act Blue. And, you know, that is like probably one of the hardest things for us is to try to raise money, because you look at all the races that are going on, everybody's calling the same people. So we definitely need some help so we can buy our flyers and our you know, like for me in my rural areas, so many people didn't even know I was running last year because my signs were stolen all the time. Oh, it was crazy. I would put them out, I would drive, and like 4 days later, all the Republican signs were up. Mine were all taken down. So I would like to be able to purchase some billboards so people would know go ahead, honey, go try to steal that billboard. But they are very, very expensive. So my opponent is Brian Jack. And he is Trump's former political director, or should I say still his political director. And he's got $1 million already through PAC money and lobbyist money. I don't have that. I have everybody's, you know, their 10, their 20, their $50 donations. And knowing that we can get money every single month is so critical, because we know that money will be there every month, and we know how we can be, you know, a good steward of it.
Absolutely. So I'm glad that we shared that. I would like you to come back. So your primary early voting starts April 10th. Is that
Yes.
April? So let's try and get you back the first week of April. Because my thought process is, let's get you back right before your primary.
That would be great.
Yes, and get you, because this is how we support you. We allow you to come up and speak and help people to understand that this doesn't just happen in Georgia. This is happening all over the United States. And it's time for us to really and truly vet people who are going to do the work. If you are associated with Frumpy, the man with the black hands, you will never get my vote. And I don't know anybody that in my atmosphere that ever would vote for him in the first place. But that's neither here nor there. Thank you so much, Maura. We truly appreciate you. I have your information. I will be reaching out. If you know your schedule, so you let me know when you can come back, and we'll work you into the show.
And I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. That helps us out so very, very much.
Yeah.
And, you know, any way to get our voice out.
Absolutely. And what we'll do is we'll send you the clips from today's show so you can put that all over your social media, so that we can, you know, alert people and let them know who you are and what you're about.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, honey.
I'm gonna drop you down. You can still listen.
Yes, you can stay there and listen. Enjoy. Hello, Viper. Hello, Viper Vet.
Ali,
come on off mute. Are you on mute? Uh-oh, he
gotta put his spectacles on.
Y'all know if he's putting on his glasses, what's about to happen.
Oh, it's about to get on. This is it's time.
Listen, this one is called ripping off the Band-Aid, because I'm not going to be gentle.
Okay.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I'm going on mute.
Me too.
Make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram. Those two platforms, we need some love. Facebook and Instagram, we need you to go over there and give us a follow. I mean, and don't forget about YouTube.
Yes.
Right? Tap the screen. Make sure you follow us on all platforms. Go on there and search it. But look, so I'm talking about some vet being arrested by ICE, but I'm just gonna get to some of those daggers. You're like, no, this is not reality, right? So we have veterans, and I had to take off one of them. I had 2 veteran stories that got arrested. They're more. They're way more than 2, more than 3, more than 4, on and on and on. But when you serve the country, so under Biden, let me give you a little bit of backstory. Under Biden, they relaxed the rules after a veteran served that they could, go through the process. And if ICE is targeting any veteran, they must consider their service and their discharge. So if it's general discharge, honorable discharge, they should consider that and forego picking them up and getting them through the process. Under this administration, though, you could kiss that and blow it in the wind and say goodbye, just bye, right? So that's the backstory. So we have veterans who serve, and if you're a veteran and you serve the country and you're not a citizen, because we got veterans that serve the country that are not citizens, right? I'm saying it because maybe it sounds crazy to me, but some people don't know that. We have people who are serving this country that are not United States citizens, and you know what? At a 5% rate, and only 1% of citizens join the military. 1%.
Wow.
1% of the citizenry join the military, and 5% of immigrants join.
If we stop immigrants from joining the military, what do y'all think is going to happen? Let me do it like this. Is 1 less or greater than 5? MAGA. We're going to say, okay, MAGA. I know it's hard. 2 + 2 does not equal Kool-Aid, but go ahead, Ali.
Yeah. So just to get that in context, so y'all could have it in context. I keep hearing that you're taking it out of context. Put that in your context, okay? Whatever that is.
Army veteran who is in ICE detention right now, and there are questions about what happens next with this gentleman. Savannah Levins is looking into this and has been for a few days now. Savannah, I think a lot of people focusing on the story because there's just so many questions over the future of ICE in our country, but also this one gentleman's future in particular.
Yeah, he has been in ICE detention for 4 months now. He was pulled over for not using a turn signal and arrested for driving without a license. And so there are some new updates now. He has been moved to a different facility. He has been in Stewart detention in Lumpkin. But let's watch our original investigation and catch people up on what's been going on.
This is Godfrey's birthday gift. He's a Scrabble aficionado.
In his Covington home.
Oh, was it my turn? Okay, you got the O.
Godfrey Wade's presence is loud. His absence
This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
is louder.
Press 1 to accept the call.
Hey.
ICE detained Godfrey in September after Conyers PD pulled him over for not using a turn signal and arrested him for driving without a license. His fiancée April recorded this video as he was taken away in handcuffs.
He wasn't born in this country, and yet and still he loves this country enough that he signed up to serve it. And so 50 years later, when he needs this country is turning its back on him.
Godfrey came to the U.S. from Jamaica when he was 15 and joined the U.S. Army a few years later. A lot of people will watch stories like these and say, well, why didn't he just become a citizen?
We were in the process of becoming a citizen.
She says they frankly weren't too worried until recently. In 2022, under the Biden administration, ICE issued a directive ordering ICE agents to take into account a person's U.S. military service when deciding whether to deport someone. But 11 Alive News Investigates obtained an ICE memo issued in April of this year, rescinding that directive. It upholds some protections for active duty military, but explicitly states, quote, an honorable discharge does not prevent an alien from being subject to immigration enforcement. Earlier this year, Georgia Senators John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock and Representative Hank Johnson joined a coalition of 60 Democratic members of Congress demanding the federal government compile a list of service members and veterans who have been detained or deported in 2025. It asked for the list by September 16th. When 11 Alive requested that information, we were told it was never provided.
he doesn't deserve what he's experiencing right now.
Godfrey's 6 children and 3 grandchildren now cherish each phone call as he remains detained.
If I didn't believe that this country is still great, I wouldn't want to stay here. This country is a great country. I've shed my blood for this country.
Godfrey says he wasn't assigned a case agent until 55 days into his detention. He has no idea when or if he may get a day in court.
I haven't gone to see a judge. They're saying that my situation is final.
Oh, and just like that, he's gone. They ended the call. But randomly, the calls will just end.
Have you come to terms with what you might do if he ends up being deported?
I have not. I don't want to get emotional about it, but it's hard. It's like, what am I going to do?
What is she going to do? Right?
It's sickening. It's sickening to know that you can serve this country, put your life on the line for years, to only come home to be treated like nothing. And remember, our ancestors went through that. They served this country to come back home to not receive any benefits of the service they did.
They ended up in trees oftentimes too.
Yeah, strange fruited. That was their payback. That was their thank you
for your
service. No thank you. Yeah, that's how.
Yeah. You are not even safe if you're a veteran, if you serve this country. So a citizenship is not automatic, even if you're an immigrant who served, right? You still have to go through the process, go to interview all along, all these things. Sometimes it's a faster track, but it's not automatic, right? So we have veterans, and this is not the only veteran. We have more. Like I said, I removed one, there's more, right? So what are we saying to the veterans? You could serve and possibly give your life up for this country, but you can't live here.
It's ridiculous, but it's ridiculous, and this is not what America is about, or is it?
I'll tell you what America is about, though.
Teacher,
money,
kindergarten, call ICE on the student and the family, and we have the damn recording. You are not going to believe this. Here it is.
It looks like they have a child who was born in New York, which makes them an American citizen.
Yeah.
So we're looking to deport the parents and leave the child.
Right. Like I said, I don't know if they're here illegally. I just think it's odd, It's very odd.
What did you say was odd?
It's just odd for them to even be here. Like, I'm a teacher at a school. Okay, I know schools. I know the whole law about schools. I mean, they seem like nice people or whatever, but I looked them up in our files, and I was like, oh, she was born in Honduras, and he's born in El Salvador. So right there, it's like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path.
Wait, you investigator? Like, you work for ICE part-time, or you're free? What are we looking up? Why are we looking up?
This is this child's teacher. Keep going. Bye.
Why are we? You know what?
Drop off their kid every day.
So their kid is their kid a student at your school?
Yes.
One of your
kindergarten.
Okay, so now you want to get his parents deported?
Well, I'm just saying, if they're taking up resources from our county,
okay.
I'm not into illegal people being here.
I mean, if the son's in kindergarten, what, is 6 or 7, right?
Yeah, he's probably like 5 or 6.
And they was born in New York, so that means, assuming like they've been in America for 6 or 7 years.
Understand what he said before. The man asked him, so you want to deport the parents and leave the baby that's in kindergarten here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil, demons, demonic. Listen to her voice.
And now we're going to go ahead and just remove them.
Are you like questioning that, or what do you know?
Yeah. Sorry, no, I'm just writing this down for my own personal notes, and my supervisor teaches at school, wants kindergarten child's parents
You
Deported.
make it sound terrible.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
You're that child's
What was that
teacher.
stupid demonic laugh?
You make it sound terrible. Lady,
Demon.
you not hear yourself?
Demon. I'm going back on mute. That just pissed me off.
Listen, she wants to deport the parents of a citizen. Why were you looking up? You know what? This is America.
Why she in that house?
What resources is she taking up again? What resources? If she,
imagine how she treats that child in class.
Exactly. I don't want them taking up our resources. What?
All right. So listen, you when it comes to your job, and I guess she has a job, right? You ever hear about getting fired on your day off?
Mm-hmm. It was in a movie Friday.
But how about this?
You do not get to yell at me. Do not yell at me.
You walked off your post.
Do not yell at me. Do not yell at me. I don't care if I walked off my post, if I did any of that.
You're fired.
You cannot fire me.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot.
You walked off your post. That's
you're
a
not
violation.
My supervisor. And
I am a supervisor.
You're not my supervisor.
Yes,
I
I
don't
am.
care who you are. Do not talk to me like that. I went in there to see what time I should leave.
You cannot do that. You walked off your post.
Look, I don't care who. Look, you cannot talk to me like that.
You walked off your post.
You're not firing me. I'm going to go talk to somebody in actual charge because you obviously don't know what you're doing. Look.
That is in violation of InstaWork.
You are not
You go into
my
InstaWork.
supervisor. I do not care what you're talking about. I left my post to see what time I'm supposed to leave.
That is a violation of your policy.
Nobody told me none of that, so
It's
I don't know
an
what you're talking
InstaWorks
about.
policy.
When I came here to come, what do you like? Who do you think you are? Like, for real, are you InstaWork? Like,
I've seen
I'm so
InstaWorks
confused.
policy.
I'm
I've
done
worked
talking
for
to you.
InstaWork.
You obviously don't know what you're talking about.
Yes,
He had no authority. No authority at all. He said, "You're fired." Put it up full
Trump.
mass.
You think he's Trump?
The male Karen here, ladies and gentlemen, has zero authority.
He thinks he's
Could
Trump.
have fooled a few people,
You're fired.
but the man behind the camera was not tricked at all. All right, male Karen tries to fire a contractor he had no authority over, according to Atlanta Black Star, independent contractor in Wisconsin.
Yeah. You're fired. Yeah, just don't come back.
They just feel like they can say anything out their mouth. They feel like the
It's
world.
really-
I had a friend that used to walk around, and we used to say all the time. He used to be like, "Watch them how they walk," you know. And I used to think he was crazy, but he'd be like, "They'd be like, do. The world is mine. Move out of my way. I'm the boss. I'm the leader." And this is exactly what we're seeing.
Ali, we have time for one more before we have to.
Can I get two?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so here we go.
Shows the moment a 19-month-old baby falls out of a moving vehicle and onto the road in a busy intersection in Fullerton. That child's mother has been arrested and is facing charges of child abuse.
The child was rushed to the hospital but is expected to be okay. Jillian Smuckler is live in Fullerton with more on what happened. Jillian?
Hi, Sharon, Micah. Yeah, just hard to watch all around. It happened in this intersection behind me. That moment caught on camera, and now millions of people have seen that video online. Of course, as you just mentioned, that child falling out of a moving SUV. And nearly a week after it happened, the child's mother is now in custody. The video is hard to watch. You can see a black SUV making a turn Tuesday morning when the front passenger door suddenly swings open. A toddler can be seen tumbling out of the vehicle onto the asphalt and landing right in the middle of the intersection. The SUV then stops abruptly, forcing the driver behind it to slam on the brakes, coming to a stop just inches from the child. Moments later, a woman rushes from the driver's seat, scoops up the child, places them back in the SUV, and drives away.
It's criminal. Obviously, the child doesn't look to be in car seat or any safety measure taken when transporting a child that's necessary to get anybody from point A to point B.
Police later identified the woman as 35-year-old Jacqueline Hernandez of La Habra and says she's the child's mother. They say the toddler suffered injuries consistent with the fall and was taken to the hospital, but is expected to be okay.
Yeah.
This was horrible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Either the kid opened the door.
You're
First of
driving a
all,
Mercedes. Why isn't the child in a car seat? You're driving a whole Mercedes. A car seat is what, 60? Let's say $100. You are driving a Mercedes, but you can't put your child. Go on and play the next one, Ollie. You got my
All
pressure
right.
now. You got my pressure up.
If you have little ones, and I know some people got little ones that are going off into this world. Woo! Woo!
We saw our maintenance man drinking our alcohol, taking very big gulps of our alcohol.
Consuming our alcohol straight from the handle, so taking it in straight to his mouth and dumping it into his mouth. And he was also seen passing out on our floor.
That's right here.
Right here, yep.
This is in the middle of your apartment.
Yep.
With the door wide open in December.
Mm-hmm.
Roommates Andrea Papakostas and Alexis Nguyen watch the doorbell camera video that has these University of Georgia seniors afraid to sleep in their own beds.
Do a dryer.
It started when Michael Perkins showed up early one evening to install a new water heater at the Riverbend Club Apartments. Video shows he went right for their liquor cart. The police report says the maintenance guy then drank a whole bottle of liquor and passed out on the living room floor.
You see him passed out on the floor. You see him get up, punch his hands, punch his palms.
Y'all want to come back?
It gets better.
I'll follow you.
You see him punch the wall by our front door.
Punching his hands together and saying, "Come back so I can follow you."
Y'all want to come back? I'll follow you.
The video shows Perkins wandering around the apartment for a while before eventually closing the front door around 7:45 p.m. But he didn't leave right away. He rang the doorbell, but a hand repeatedly covers the camera. That wasn't the end. Perkins appears at the door again at 4 a.m. the next morning.
What's the most disturbing thing to you on that video?
Coming at 4 o'clock in the morning at a time where most people are sleeping, him trying to enter our apartment.
He's reaching for the doorknob, and he is the doorknob without a key and without knowing that it's locked.
The women were not home. They had just left for winter break.
My mind goes to a whole bunch of scenarios of what could have happened if I was sleeping or my roommate was sleeping in our rooms.
Alexis was jolted awake by the sound of her Ring doorbell and watched the rest unfold via live video on the app.
They're dead.
He was heard saying, "They are dead," quote unquote, "they are dead."
They're dead.
What is this guy thinking? Clearly it has to be about us because you are outside of our apartment trying to enter at 4 o'clock and then you are heard saying they are dead.
Can I help you? It's 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, I didn't hook up your water heater, and not only did I not hook up your water heater, but I left my phone.
Hurry up and go get it, please. It's way
Okay.
too early.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll be very quick.
What are you doing?
That led the roommates to check all the video.
Yeah, he's covering.
Once they saw recordings of him drinking and sprawled out on the floor hours earlier, they called police. Jail records show Perkins was arrested on charges of burglary and stalking. The women, no longer feeling safe in their apartment, asked the complex to move them.
When you immediately notified them in December, they changed the locks, they fired him. Then you guys send a letter through an attorney at the end of December. It's now the middle of January,
Correct.
and you're still in this apartment.
Yes, and the apartment change, the unit change was big on our request, at least the bare minimum.
It's been 2 weeks since you sent a letter asking to be moved.
Yes.
And it's been a month since he was arrested.
Yes.
And you're still in this apartment.
Correct. Yes. No action has been taken besides changing our locks.
Riverbend Club Apartments and their attorney did not respond to multiple emails sent by Atlanta News First Investigates over a week. Records we obtained show the day after we recorded these interviews with the students, the complex offered to let them out of their lease and pay for the alcohol and moving expenses. Unfortunately, Riverbend Club does not have a unit available for them to relocate, the apartment's attorney told them. We were not able to reach Perkins in jail.
I mean, my life is at stake. I feel like, who knows, after he makes bond, he might want to seek revenge that we put him in jail. My mind just wanders as to what could happen to me or my roommate.
He knows where you live.
Yes.
Is that the biggest concern?
Yes.
I mean, he could make bond and he knows why he was in jail.
Correct.
Because you called the police.
Yep.
Do you feel safe right now?
I do not feel safe whatsoever. I've never felt more unsafe in my entire life.
They're essentially out of the apartment complex. They got a little settlement, and they consider resolved. So we just
ain't no way. My kid wouldn't have never came back. We would have went there, got their stuff, broke the lease. I wish you would. I sue all y'all.
I would still sue. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would
sue all y'all.
But they did reach a settlement, and not only would I
would never be back.
And I am taking I need people to understand. Please equip your children and teach them how to carry and plain and simple. Teach them how.
This weirdo creep.
Click clack, baby. We don't play those types of games. Thank you, Viper Vet. Everyone listening out there in Holly Springs, Memphis, Tennessee, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Protect yourselves at all costs. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
At all costs. Because you got to think about it. It's either him or you. And I got things to do tomorrow. I have things to do tomorrow.
I would have made sure he heard that
click clack.
Excuse me? You need what?
You ain't getting no phone. And baby, the way my daddy would have got
4:30 a.m.
All right.
Yo, I didn't hook up your
4:30
water.
a.m.
Get your man, listen.
Anyway, let Viper Vet once again, thank you, Bite, for keeping us on our P's and Q's. What have we learned? Even though you serve this country, the United States does not care about you. You cannot live here, even though you serve. And only 1% of citizens, United States citizens, joins the military, but 5% of people who are not citizens join the military.
Go fight for this country.
We need to fight for this country that won't let them live here, but we need those 5% to protect us. I need y'all to make that make sense.
Get rid of them.
Then we learned, please get a car seat for your child. If you can drive a Mercedes, you can get a car seat for your baby. And lastly, we have learned, teach our children how to lock and load and unload. Empty the clip. That is DJ Kitty's motto.
I fear for my life. I fear for my life.
Fear for my life.
Fear for my life.
Any last words when we as we wrap the show, brother?
Listen, nothing you can say or do that you can convince me that it is proper to deport a person who served honorably in the United States military.
Nothing.
Unless they commit a crime that's heinous. And I'm not talking about a speeding violation or something simple like that. But I mean, if they're going to deport veterans, you're not safe.
No, it ain't safe. It ain't safe. Thank you, Viper Vet. We appreciate you. We will see you again next Monday. All right. Miss Morningstar, can you take us home, baby?
Holly Springs, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, What a great show today, guys. Thank you for coming through as always and supporting the show. We will be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with our ladies for mental health, because we need it after today. You know, my blood pressure is up. I don't like seeing babies falling out no car, nor do I like to see creeps harassing our young teenagers who are going off to college.
Young ladies.
I don't like it. But anyhow, thank you, Vibe, for coming through with the news we need. And everybody have a great day.
And thank you, Maura. Thank you, Maura.
Yes, thank you, Maura. We appreciate you and all that information you shared with us today. Make sure y'all donate. Make sure to campaigns, and make sure y'all get ready to vote. We got a job to do. Okay. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, WKRA, TikTok, and UT, and Instagram, and Facebook. Yeah, everybody. We all in here. We out here. We out here. We'll see y'all tomorrow. As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.